I got the Panasonic Lumix S1R camera up here, and I wanted to review it, but not so much looking at the photo functionality, but how it performs as a video shooter. So I've had this camera for about a month, used it on and off here and there, kind of as just for fun, kind of testing it. So I haven't shot a whole bunch of stuff with it, yeah, I just wanted to see whether this is something kind of worth investing into. This is a loaner, by the way, so I did not install some of the extra functionality and things like that. So first, let me kind of maybe talk about some of the bad things about this camera, and that's that clearly this was not designed with it being used mainly as a video camera. It's been kind of, again, concentration was to make it a really good photo camera, which again it is. For video though, what I mean is that you don't have some of these other advanced functionality and assist and things that you'll find, for example, on the Panasonic GH5. And you don't even have, for example, VLAG in here. Not even sure even if you can add it. You do have, like, when it comes to the image profiles, you can have flat, natural, that kind of stuff. You can have Cine like D and Cine like V, but no VLAG profile in it. Was a big disappointment. So everything I shot with this, all the test footage is with VLAG enabled. And it was me and also a friend of mine, Daniel Rwanda, who's kind of using this camera, playing around with it. And he seemed to have the same kind of experience. He said, overall, for the size and the weight, and it is a big camera, the lens, for example, this is the 50mm lens that I have. It's the only lens that I've had while testing this camera. It's a nice sharp lens, but it is big, heavy, and again, it's just a bigger, heavier camera package because it is a full frame camera. It's the first full frame camera from Panasonic, and it's good to see them kind of get into this market, or should I say, it's the first full frame Panasonic camera that's also mirrorless, and like I said, they've made a good stills camera. It's not so much when it comes to video. Can you shoot, sharp 4K video with it? Yes, definitely you can. You can also do slow motion in 1080p. Another thing I don't really like is this monitor here in the back. I guess LCD. It's kind of swivels, but not much. Again, having used the Panasonic GH5, I wish they had done the full flip out screen. It is, like I said, depending on what lenses I have. Here is the 50. Usually the 50 is not the heaviest, and it's not very well balanced. I kind of find that this grip here is a little small for my hands. I have about medium-sized hands. So it's kind of small, yet this thing here to kind of reach around to the shutter button and things like that is very big. So that's another thing I'm not a big fan of. So just ergonomically, yeah, I find that kind of thing. Otherwise, I mean, it is solidly built. I don't know what kind of materials they even use, but feels solid. I used it out in the rain, had no problems with the weather. So I guess the weather sealing on this works well, but just still, it feels kind of like a big, clunky, a little bit awkward camera to hold. So what are some of the good things about it? I think definitely the in-body image stabilization, or overall just the stabilization in this camera. It has a stabilized image sensor, but if you're using that together with the optically stabilized lenses, and you also enable the electronic image stabilization, then you're gonna crop in a little bit on your final image, but it looks super smooth. And I wish every camera had this kind of functionality. Like, to the point where, honestly, we were shooting the whole time with this camera. We're shooting handheld, no tripods, nothing. And some of the shots literally look like we're on a gimbal. I just wish, again, that they would, if they could simply provide some of those extra video functionalities into this, in terms of audio, in terms of the profiles and things like that. And even the autofocus in this is not great, especially when you're shooting it, using it for video. Still photography will kind of snap on, will get the faces sharp most of the time, but when it comes to video, it's horrible. So again, it's it's something definitely. It's the step in the right direction, I think, for Panasonic. I don't know about, first of all, these lenses, the L-mount lenses are, again, it just simply means we have to buy a whole bunch of new lenses. There's no good adapters that are released yet, so we're gonna have to wait and see, I guess, with time, because I would love to, for example, on this, use some of my Canon, for example, AF glass that I have. just so I don't have to again spend thousands of dollars on new glass. But you know, I'm sure Panasonic wants you to go and spend thousands of dollars on their new lenses. Which another thing is, there's not a huge selection of them right now, so that's something to consider. But if you're just out there into, you know, you're looking to get a good still camera, you like Panasonic, you want to stay committed to a company, then yeah, it's a good first step into it, and it will definitely let you shoot video. Just don't expect any advanced video features. That's kind of my overall take on this, and hopefully the kind of, you know, the images that you saw as examples kind of give you a sense of what you can expect to get with this camera. Is it horrible 4K? It's not. Is it the best 4K you've ever seen? It's not. It really just going to come down to your preference, like I said. But if you're just simply looking for, like, let's say you're new in the market, you're looking for a camera, and you definitely must have a full frame camera that's mirrorless and that shoots great video, then I think there are other options out there, like the Sony A7R. For example, lines of cameras, or if you can wait long enough for the Sony A7S3, then again, that might be one of those cameras you should probably be looking at, because this, with the lack of full, basically, or good AF and video mode, lack of the advanced shooting modes and things like that, I don't think it's still there. So anyways, that's my quick look here at the Lumix S1R. My name is Tom. Me and some of the other guys here, we're gonna be looking at a whole bunch of other cool products. So if you want to get the latest scoops on the latest gadgets, products, camera gear, whatever it is, electronics, then as always, check out our website. All the links are provided in the description of this video. Same thing if you want to find the latest prices on this and some of the other products that we use throughout our videos. Again, check out the description of this video, and otherwise I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.